All right, everyone, welcome to the Explore stage. We're about to do something really exciting. I'm going to show you how we're going to bring your visualization story to life using AI image generation inside of Canva. Before we start, quick heads up, you'll need Canva Pro to use all the tools we need, especially the AI image generation and text to video later on. So if you haven't already, go ahead and sign up for that 30-day free trial of Canva Pro now. It's worth it. You'll unlock that upload image feature in the Magic Media for later, and it's going to be great. And then lastly, you'll need a photo of yourself if you want to make an image that looks like you. You don't have to use one, but if you want to make this visualization story inspiring, it might be better to try it out. Now, if you've been following along with this course, you should have your habit visualization story from course 3, module 4. That's that AI and text module where we did the AI visualizing. If you want to peek at yours now, feel free, but for today's demo, we're going to do it following the assignment scene that we created in that example. So if you follow along, you can focus on learning the workflow step by step, and then you will use your own story during the apply stage. All right, so I have my assignment scene here. This was when we were using Copilot. And so we've got here, Simon sat on a soft cushion in their bedroom. The morning light came through the window, warm and gentle. Okay, already I can see the image in my mind. Let's go ahead and try AI image generation to see if I can find something that will be good for our story. All right, so we're just going to continue with the book that we started last time. So we made the book cover in the last module. So once you have that open, you can click add page, and then that will give you a second page here. And so this is what we're going to be working on for our story. We have our cover, and then this is our first page about our story. So we have our new page here, and we're going to add in some text. So I'm just going to go over and click text. And then I want to add in body text. I'm going to put this part of the story. I'm going to copy it all the way up here. Right click copy, and then come in here and right click paste. This looks okay, but I don't know why everything is bold. So I'm going to turn off the bold. That's going to make, so maybe I have to select everything here. So shortcut to select everything. If I click in this box and I hit Control A, that's going to select everything. I hit this bold, that's going to turn it off. So you can see it's on there, off there, and everything is over here in the middle, but I want it to be on the left. So I can click this alignment to the left. Roboto is a cool font, but I'm thinking something more like Times New Roman. It's kind of the classic text font. So I'm just going to move it over there. It's going to snap to this pink in the middle. I like the pink in the middle. I usually try to stick to that. If I try to move this up, it's going to just select. So I'm going to click off of this, and then I'm going to try to move it up so that the bottom aligns with that box. I'm going to add in some paragraph breaks, and I'm going to delete this last paragraph break. I'm doing that by pressing enter. I'll add one more for the title. Once again, click off and then click and start dragging it up. Snaps right into place. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and bolder, and this part can stay in the middle. All right, so now we need to make the image. And so one way you can do that is by coming down here to Magic Media. Then you can think of your prompt, and we're going to talk about all that soon, but I would actually go back to the open menu and come down to Canva AI, because you're going to get much more functionality here. And then we could just insert the image into the page later. All right, so we have our story, but we need to break the story down into clear visual ingredients so we can see exactly how to pull details out of a written scene for an AI image generation. So we're looking at the scene. Simon is sitting on a soft cushion. They're in a bedroom. It's calm and private. There's a warm, gentle morning light that's coming through the window. Outside, there's birds chirping, adding to the peaceful nature detail. And the whole mood inside is still, quiet, and peaceful. No clutter, no distractions, just calm. So when you do this with your own story later, take a moment to break your paragraph into pieces like, who's in the scene? Where are they? What objects or props do you see? What's the light like? What's the mood? What are they doing? This is how you help the AI see what you see. So I've already created some prompts that I'm going to use for here, but And just want to show you really quick, when we click on this create an image, it gives a bunch of examples down here. But what's really cool is you can see the different kinds of styles. So we're going to start with a prompt, and then we're going to pick one of these styles. We'll probably just go with the smart style for the first one, just to see what they think would be the best image to create. All right, so here's our first prompt. Portrait of Simon sitting cross-legged on a soft cushion in a bathroom, eyes closed in meditation. Warm, gentle morning light coming through the window, birds chirping outside, still and peaceful atmosphere. And actually, when you have the pro version, you can click the add media. It's the whole reason I wanted to get this. And so I already have an image of myself. So I'm going to add that image in there. So hopefully it can see that if I were Simon, maybe this is what Simon looks like. All right, so once I got the image in there, I've got my prompt here. I'm going to go ahead and click on submit, and then we'll see what it comes up with. Oh my goodness, it looks quite similar. These all look pretty okay, but when you click on them, you might notice some weird idiosyncrasies. I don't like these ones though, so what is this? Connect 4 in the background? This guy's shoes. Okay, so this guy's got some weird stuff on his hands. All right, I think it tried to copy the background of where I have that picture taken, but I don't like that much. So for the second image, I'm going to give a different kind of feel. We're going to change the style here to cinematic to make it look like it's from a movie. And we're also going to add some camera details. So what's kind of cool, when you make the image and you want to use that prompt again, you can click this reuse prompt button, and then it will add the prompt back up here. And so I'm going to do this one, but then I'm going to add at the end, close up, 85 millimeter lens and 45-degree angle. I'm using these from this AI 101 Ultimate Guide by Kevin Shao. So I can show you on here, instead of the rubber duck, he uses Sujin Kim, a young woman with the background of a street fair. And then you can see the different styles. I really like this watercolor portrait. You can do something black and white. If you scroll down, you can see the different viewing distances. These are different lengths of shots that they use when they're making movies. So we're going to go for a close-up. Nice close-up shot that actually seems too close. So I'm actually going to move it back to, I want to see the whole body. Medium long shot. I'm going to change that close-up to medium long shot. And then the camera, it's got the angles here. And is the camera talking about the focal length? If you need some examples of the focal length, you can check here. I see what's good. I think 85 millimeters make the scene feel more intimate and film-like. All right, so I'm going to click submit on this one. See if there are any improvements. Oh, these are much better. I mean, some of them are a lot, but I mean, look at this guy. At least he has all of his fingers. Oh, this looks kind of magical. What do we have here? This guy. I don't know what's going on with his foot. I'm going to click off. They got to do this guy with the shirt off and the weird hands. What's this? Got the birds outside when one of the birds made it inside. Strange thing. I really like this one. I'm going to save this one. If you want to save it, you can click this to download and you can save it for later. We're going to talk about upscale and opening it in the editor later, but we're going to try one more because we're making this for a book. And so I want to get a book vibe. Under here where it says style, I'm going to click illustration, and then I'm going to reuse this prompt. So the prompt wasn't too bad, and let's see what we get. This one looks nice. I like the blues, like the birds outside. I'm going to go ahead and upscale this one. So upscale is going to take these little thumbnails, and then it's going to actually make a nice looking image that you can use in a project. And now I can click open in editor. And if there's anything else I need to change, I can do it here. One of the cool things once you get the Pro account is you can use tools like the Magic Eraser and try to erase any lines that don't fit. I'm going to open up the book page again. So go back to the open menu and click on the book cover. I'm going to close this menu. Then I'm going to come over elements and scroll down to the frames. So frames are cool because frames are a placeholder and then you can just drag the image in. I kind of like this ripped effect. So I'm going to see if I can fit it in there at the top. And I think what I might have to do is make this text a little bit smaller. So what I can do is I can Control A, grab everything, and then I can use this to decrease the font size. So I'll just make it like that. I'm going to click off. I'm going to drag it down. And then this way I can make a big image here at the top. So I'm using this placeholder. Now that I've got the placeholder there, I'm just going to drag my image over into placeholder. And there we have it. The first page of our visualization story. Now it's your turn.